Hello and welcome back to part 3, I think it is, of the vehicle tutorial. Now today we are going to be focusing on the rear of the car. Last time I showed you how to do the middle part and the top part here. Today we're just going to be focusing on the top part and the top part, the roof and the back. So before we get started, if any of you did notice this here, I don't actually know what happened, but we are going to fix this real quick. And yeah, so 0.05, that, and if it doesn't go on correctly, you can just set yourself to 0 and then place it however you want. There you go. Perfect. Next, what we're going to do now is we're going to do the back. So keep in mind when you're doing the back is to not make it too curvy. So people tend to follow the blueprint here. So as you can see, it curves down really smoothly here. But in Roblox, it tends to not look that nice, in my opinion. So I tend to do a big, just a straight one here like this, that curves to the side. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this part here that we placed here. We're going to set our move increment to 0.05, and then we're going to move it until it's flat on the side. And of course, if it's not flat on the side like that, you can just separate it. Still a union. If it's apart, then just leave it like that. Then what you can do is, last time I asked you to download this resize align tool. Just do this and that, and then it should align properly like that, and then you should be able to curve it properly. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, it is aligned perfectly with the side of the car. And now have this tool installed called Archimedes or Archimedes or however you want to call it. I have the later or the earlier version, sorry, which is a better looking one in my opinion, but any version works. And you're just going to set yourself to the axes that you need so that you can flip it around like this. And then you're just going to find your increment. So just hop around like and try and find the increment that you need. Normally I use the 15 increment for my Ford Explorers, but I don't know if that's going to work this time. To find the correct position as well. And then curve it around so that it comes flat with this part here. And then set yourself to 5 and that should finish it off. And then you have got this part of the vehicle done, so this side. Now what you can do is you can grab this part here and you can duplicate it, bring it back like this, separate it so that you don't have this black part here, and then just size it so that it takes up this part of the car. Bring it over here and then size it up so that it's flat with, there we go. See it. Then you just need to size it so that it's perfectly aligned with this part here. And as I said, you can always use your 0 increment to properly size it to the side of your car. Now you can always set yourself to 0.05 again and then just make sure that it's properly sized, and then just press Control V or Control Z, sorry, and it will always size itself back. Now that you've got this this block here, you're going to select all these parts here union them, and then you should have a mirror tool that I asked you to download last time as well. If you don't have all these tools, just join my Discord down below and go in my plugins channel and you should find them in there. Select the mirror tool or the reflect and then just click, and then it should reflect it to this side. I'll just place it to how you want it to be. So flush with part here. And then just duplicate them, bring them up, and then just, you know, make sure it covers the side of the car like that. Then just union. And that's a part of your vehicle done. So typically when you are making one of these vehicles, you're going to want to make it so that it actually curves up with the side of the vehicle. So if I search up Ford Explorer, what Ford Explorer do we have? The 2020 version. If we have a look at the rear of the vehicle, see that it curves up. You can't see, but it curves up the sides. So we're going to do that right now. With this part here that you have just unioned right now, you're going to Control D or right click duplicate and then just bring it up. And for this one, you're going to do that again, but this time just negate it. And then you should be left, you should be left with this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we cut out this part here so that the black part here, we can make the black part. Go. And move it a bit more like that, and then there we go. Have this part done. And now what you can do is grab this part here, duplicate it, bring it down, and then put it back to how it was before. And you're going to see why in a second. Now what we're going to do is come over here to the back part of the vehicle, and we're going to make where the outline for the boot, or however you call it. I call it a boot. I'm from the UK, so I call it a boot. Some call it a trunk for the people that live in the US and Canada and stuff. And you're just going to simply just outline these parts here. Have it a bit more. 6, let's put it to 7. Now for the flat piece here, just grab this, duplicate, and then use the same align tool, resize line tool. Or clear out my plugins as well, because I have very, very many. Hey, wait. Oh, okay. Okay, why are you not working? Close enough. Oh, because this part here can't be resized anymore. So what we need to do is do that. When Roblox doesn't want to work, it's really annoying. It really annoys me. Five. There we go. Half it, and then go back to put it this side, and then there you go. Part done. Bring it over. Go like this, or maybe gate it. So it covers the whole of this back part here. Union it. It's pretty logical because you're literally just cutting out the parts that you need. Every car, you need to adapt your technique to every car. You need to adapt how you do it to every car. I can't really make a universal tutorial for every single car because everything is different. For example, this one here, people are going to come to me and they're going to be like, you didn't show me how to do this. And I'm like, well, the car I did on the tutorial is not the same as the one that you are trying to make now. I can't really do anything about that. So when you are in a bit of a pickle, you need to sort it out using the techniques that I have taught you. One here. Not perfect, but that is practically how you would do it. Okay. So for that part is done. Now for the backlights. So the backlights is something that a lot of people suffer with. I don't actually know why, because they are actually pretty easy to do. All you need to do is just cut it out using the side. So make it easy for all of you to understand. I'm going to play capture. Play capture. There we go. To make it easy for all of you, I'm going to use screenshot tool. So I need to find the screenshot tool first. Screenshot. Snipping tool. I think I can use this. Okay, so you can all see this here. I'm going to make it bigger on the screen. How you zoom in. Make it simple for all of you. You have two parts here. You have the side part, which would be this part here, and then you have the other part here. To make the backlights, you're going to do exactly the same thing for the headlight as the headlights. you're going to cut the furthest towards the front from the sides. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut these parts here. So if I just grab out my snipping tool again, for this part here, you're going to just cut out this part here and leave this part alone, which will make the actual curvature of the backlight. So if I was to show you, we're going to do this like this. If I was to show you how to do it, then I would be and to make pieces that go back in towards the curvature of the headlight, we're going to use Archimedes. Grab the axis that you need. Grab the increment you need. There, you've made this part of the backlight. So all you need to do is stop at this point here. You don't curve this part. You don't do that. Here, as you can see, you don't do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the back part here. And we're going to just curve out this part here. So that like this. This. And then that's all. That's all you need to do for the backlights. And just grab them here. Grab this part here. And there you've got the cutout of the backlight. Grab that like that and place it to the other side just in case. That's how you make the back part, the backlight, sorry. So now you're just going to place a part and just cut it out using these parts here. See? Check. Apparently this part here is a bit more. Back part of the headlight. So now you're going to grab this part that we left here and you're going to bring it here. And we just set the other one up. And then exactly the same technique as before. There you go, there you have it. Now we're going to cut it out to the actual body part. So union these two together. Control D to duplicate, negate, and then union this part here. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but negate it to this part here. Next, you're going to grab the part that we just negated it to, drag it, set your increment to 10, ununion that, bring it over here, negate this part, put it in, union, and there you have it. You have your back parts. Not perfect, but you can make it however you please. You can make it look better, you can make it look worse, but that's basically the technique of making the back of a vehicle. Cut out the bottom part here, and then if I were to grab one of the most recent vehicles I made, Roblox builds, cars, let's grab the what should we grab? Ford Focus. Let's grab a Ford Focus. When you have finished your vehicle, the back should look something around like this here. So as you can see, I made the back part like that. And if I grab another one, I think it's an Astra. Grab a Skoda. No, let's not grab the Skoda. The VW Passat. The VW Passat is one that's not that easy to make, but as you can see, the backlights, I cut them out from the sides and then the sides here, and then the bottom, the back part here, back part there. And then all you need to do is to make the top part here. I'm not going to show every single thing because I'm trying to make this tutorial easy to understand, but also a quick tutorial. What we need to do is grab that, cut it out with that like that here, follow this pattern. And what you need to do for these is just bring them along like this. Or you can have the tool I would all recommend you get, which is Build Tools by FX, and which gives you the possibility to select multiple parts and bring them over like that. And then you can just make the windshield, side windows, cut it out, make these parts here, which is exactly the same way as you made the back part here. Of course, don't follow my tutorial one on one, because that's not the way you should be following a tutorial. But the reason I don't finish a car completely is the fact that people tend to follow tutorials and just do it on one-on-one, and that's not the way that you should be teaching yourself. You should be following a tutorial, but also using your self-logic and to figure out issues, different problems, different parts on the front and the back of the vehicle, on the sides. Nobody will be there to actually teach you how to make a vehicle, because it's not possible. It's the same with programming. You can't learn programming off of a YouTube tutorial. Only way you can learn is by doing it yourself, starting over, maybe making the same car 2 or 3 times. I think I made a Ford Explorer like 5 times before I got one to look good. But yeah, the only way you can learn is by teaching. But yeah, this is going to end today's video. If you have any questions, make sure to join my Discord. I have plenty of time to spend in there helping all of you with issues. I also have my staff team and different vehicle developers in there that have made some amazing cars that I will be reviewing in a future video. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following this tutorial. Make sure to join my Discord, follow me on Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.